Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the session. Welcome back on campus virtually. We're so thrilled to have over 40 people and climbing joining us live now. And it is my pleasure to give you an introduction to our new initiative at the Tisch Center, which is the Hospitality Innovation Hub, Hub, which we have finally launched live a couple of weeks ago. I'm receiving instructions, so give me one second. Okay, got it. So we were able to welcome our students back on campus. We have probably, Richie, could you mute yourself? So we have all of our students back on campus. About 98% of our classes are in person, and so we're thrilled to have open our hub in September. So the Hospitality Innovation Hub is really a response to the desperate need for more innovation in hospitality, travel, tourism, and events. As you all probably are well aware of, our industry has gone through I would say significant changes due not only to the pandemic, but due to pre-existing trends that have reshaped the way travelers consume the travel experience, from booking hotels, airlines, car rentals, to traveling and to staying at hotels. So all of these changes have been accelerated dramatically by the pandemic. And as we get further into the recovery, we see emerging new technologies that are powering the industry. And so we wanted to bring these new innovations, new technologies to the Tisch Center in different ways. So we've created the Hub, which is made of essentially three different but connected sets of activities. The first one is the Experiential Learning Lab, which is a space that's been designed to bring technology solutions into the classroom so that our students can experiment the technology, play with it, know how it works, master the current technologies, and also find some remaining pain points that the current technologies are not solving, and so that will hopefully help them innovate and come up with new ideas. We have signed for that space. We have signed our first partnership agreement a couple of weeks ago with Stay in Touch. Some of you may know Stay in Touch. It is a cloud-based property management system that is extremely intuitive and very user-friendly. We had a demo yesterday in the hub, and our students could actually check in guests and do all of that within a few minutes of trainings. So it cuts the training time by from days to a couple of hours to be a receptionist. Same that has modules with revenue management modules, which you can master in about 1 or 2 days. And then you have all of the administrative modules, including finance, budget, and all of this in that technology. So that's the first partnership that we've signed. Students will use the technology in the classroom in an experiential way. The pedagogy is experiential learning, which makes our student experiment first with the technology, play with it. Then they reflect on the experiment and think about what worked, what didn't work. And then the faculty brings in the theory so that they can conceptualize what has happened. So we have Stay in Touch. We have a couple of other partnerships that will be signed in the coming weeks. One of them is with Rate Gain, who's originally out of India, has offices in the US as well. Rate Gain is a technology that helps businesses optimize the guest acquisition phase, both for hotels, but also airline, cruise line, and other businesses in travel. So we're excited about this one, and we're going to have a few more to announce in the coming months. So that's one part, the experiential learning component. We have then a second set of activities, which is the Incubator Program that Dr. K, who's with me today, will talk about in a few minutes. But in essence, it's a 3-month incubator program that takes early stage startup help guide them with mentors, and it culminates with a pitch event with cash prizes. I'm going to let Richie talk more about it in a few minutes. We've launched, and just want to add that, and then I promise Richie I'm not going to cover more. We just started our first cohort. We have 6 startups in it, and it's very exciting, as Richie will discuss. Then we have a third set of activities, which is about prototyping. And so that's prototyping. We will be using virtual reality or coding platforms to essentially prototype new ideas that come either from the incubator or comes from students in the Experiential Learning Lab. And if they come up with a new idea, whether it's an app, a new way of organizing events, a new design for a new type of hotels, they will be able to rapidly prototype their ideas and engage with potential customers to gain market validation quickly. And so that's also very exciting. And the whole space then is surrounded by co-working desks. And it's all at the Tisch Center at 7 East 12th Street on the 7th floor. So you would be, once the university lifts some of the restrictions for external people to visit campus, you will all be welcome to come and visit the hub, stay there, gather with our students, network with our startups. I'm going to show you I'm going to share my screen and show you the website that will be shared with you. The URL will be shared in the chat room. So this is the website we have for the hub. You can see a few pictures. This is part of the co-working space here. We have more, talk about the Experiential Learning Lab, which is a room that's fully equipped with some technologies, including a smart board, including smart cameras on the ceilings, including smart microphones. We can easily run hybrid events in that space. You have the prototyping space is not exactly the picture that's there. It's next to it, but this is more of the co-working lounge and some more working desks. So again, we hope that once the restrictions on campus visitors are lifted, we hope to see all of you come and say hi and mix and mingle with our students. If you and the company you work for have an interest in partnering with us, whether it's for the Experiential Learning Lab or with the Incubator Program or with other things that you can think of, please be in touch with us. I received the first question in the chat, so let me read it. Okay, Hilton Hotel was able to turn many of their NYC locations into essential worker hotels and homeless shelter. Has there been thought about integrating hospitality as a new model within the hospitality industry to influence the health sector? That's an excellent question. Yes, we've been thinking about ways to better integrate hospitality into the healthcare sector. As a matter of fact, I just completed a class. So I've been teaching in the past 7 weeks to our graduate students for the 3 master programs we have in hospitality, in travel and tourism, and in events. And I had groups of students who went through my class about ideation. How do you come up with new ideas? And one of the team presented yesterday an interesting concept, which is to create gardens on the roofs of hospitals. So to put some gardens on the roof of hospitals in an attempt to do essentially 2 things. One, to provide better support for the patients in their recovery phase and to lessen the mental health issues that can come with being at the hospital. Typical hospital infrastructures are very functional in nature. The furniture is there to be durable. It's not there to be nice and not very design friendly. So they said if we use unused space on the roof of hospitals and we add like a garden and have different ideas about the garden, that you can have gardening classes, you can just simply be in a green environment that can support and help patients heal faster. The second thing that their idea was doing essentially was to help hospitals reduce their carbon footprint. But also, as they were thinking of partnering with farmers, they would also put together a solution to recycle the wet waste that hospitals produce. And they produce tons of waste when it comes to food, amongst other things that could be recycled if a system existed. So that's the kind of idea they had. But to add to that, I'm more than happy to have any other idea that comes from any one of you on how we could better partner with the healthcare system in providing greater hospitality within hospitals and again, help patients in their recovery. Good question. So again, if any one of you is interested in partnering with us, be in touch. I do think that you will have on a PowerPoints that Richie will present, you will have an email and ways you can use to contact us. We're more than happy to partner. When we have partners for the Experiential Learning Lab, what we offer to the partner is our student testing their products and solutions, potentially integrating some question that the businesses may have into some applied research classes. We are doing that, we stay in touch. And also we offer certainly some co-branding opportunities. So companies that partner with us with the High Hub also have a presence at the conference that you all know we host. We offer them a booth, we offer them also some visibility. So there's a co-branding element to it that comes almost free of charge. And so, yes, I just want to remind everybody in the audience, and then I will pass on to Richie. I want to remind you that we have our conference coming up in about 2.5 weeks. It's November 7th to November 9th. If you want to register, we've sent out discount codes for our alumni community. So feel free to use it. We will host an event on the second day of the conference on the Tuesday. It will be really exciting to see people back in person. We have very strict health protocols that go well above and beyond the New York State protocols. So everybody will have to show proof of vaccinations twice, to be honest, and everybody will have to keep the mask on, except when eating food. So we have an exciting program that's now on the website for the conference. We have all of our traditional CEOs checking in on the Monday morning. We have an exciting guest or keynote speaker in the afternoon, Jamie Dimon, President and CEO of JP Morgan, who will be interviewed by Jonathan Tisch. It will be followed by a presentation from us, the Tisch Center faculty, and the Boston Consulting Group. We have been working on a joint research program that will try to better understand the root causes of the labor shortage issues that our industry is facing, and also come up with some very early sets of recommendations. So that will be presented in the afternoon. We also will be announcing on the second day a partnership that we are creating at the Tisch Center with Howard University. As some of you may know, Howard University has received a major gift from the Marriott Family Foundation earlier in this year to create a Center for Hospitality Leadership at Howard. Howard is one of the leading historically Black college in the country, and the gift is really designed to try to bring more diversity and racial equity into the C-suite in hospitality. So we've been partnering with Howard in helping them design their center. We're going to bring some of their students to as volunteers at the conference, just like some of the Tisch Center students, so they can see a different let's say, aspects of our industry and career paths that minority groups rarely see in our business. And we will be announcing scholarship programs funded by Jonathan Tisch and Lowe's Hotel that will offer full tuition to Harvard graduates to take our master program. So it will be very exciting. We have President Hamilton from NYU who will be talking to David Marriott and President Frederick from Howard in the morning session. So please register if you want. It would be really such a great opportunity to reconnect in person. So with all of that being said, and again, I'm more than happy to take any question now or later. I'm going to pass it on to Dr. K. You're ready? You can unmute and I can mute.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Graf, for the introduction and great information. And good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're joining from. And thank you so much for joining us today's session. So what I'm going to do right now is basically walk you through a very exciting opportunity for us as part of our innovation hub. And thanks to Dr. Graf and our team and overall part of innovation, the Incubator Program. So I want to actually walk you through this. And if you have any questions, you can put that in the chat and we'll be able to help as well. So again, thank you for your time. Hopefully you'll be able to learn one or two things, and hopefully you'll be able to, some of you at least will be able to part of our Incubator Program. So both Dr. Graf and I, we are actually running this together, and this is open for all NYU students and as well as all of you, because you are part of an NYU community. And there are two criteria to be part of the incubator. One is that your NYU affiliation. The second, your idea, your company has to really address and solve an hospitality problem. We launched this incubator about 2 months ago, and we got a great responses from industry press. So we'll be able to share that with you as well. So I'm really pleased with the coverage that we actually got as well. Part of the incubator is that we establish mentors and investors club. And those are some of our mentors. And you can see we have enormous amount of talent here. I don't know how many hundreds of years of experience combined we have, but we have great companies, we have great mentors, and as well as great investors. So you will have direct access to these wonderful professionals that we actually establish, and they are here to help you. If you make it to the incubator program, you will be assigned mentor and investor group, and you will be able to work with them, and they're going to actually guide you, and I'll tell you what they are going to be actually doing as well. And I don't want to spoil it, but two of the investors here are actually about to invest our newest members of Incubator. So, and it's all about networking, right? You guys know this the best. It's all about social capital, networking, and this is what we actually give you in this. And so you're going to have, and again, direct access, direct introduction, and direct meetings with these very selective individuals. And we are adding, as we speak, we've already added 2 more as of yesterday to this list. So what's the incubator, the launch, right? So this is a 3 months accelerator for any hospitality startups. It's basically, we are going to run this in fall and spring. So fall launch is already, that's our inaugural launch, and it's happening. I'll mention that to you. And please don't be discouraged. You didn't miss anything. So you still have plenty of time to be part of it if you want. We, in fact, encourage you to do it for spring launch as well. So what we are doing is we are actually offering coaching and training to all of you, and we have guest speakers. We have networking events coming up in November, mentorship by the mentors, not only from the esteemed faculty of ours from Tisch Center and from the industry as well. We run our first master class that many of the members wanted to know how to work with venture capitalists, right? VCs, and we've got one of our mentor, in fact, here, one of our mentors mentor, Kunal Lunavat, you see this in the middle, he himself is the co-founder and managing partner is Agya Ventures, and he is looking to invest. His company is investing a lot of the startups, and many of the investors as well here. They're also here not only mentor and guide, but they have money to actually invest, and they're just looking for some cool, great ideas from all of us and all of you. And hence, we actually help you with your fundraising, right? So that's a 3-month accelerator. It is happening in full right now. I'll mention a little bit, and we're gonna actually do the spring as well. So what the mentors do is they're really coaching, they're helping drive the interview skills, synthesize any insight, and it really guides you to focus on key milestones and goals. And many of these mentors and investors, they established and sold companies. So they are extremely experienced on that field, and they're gonna be candid. So we actually have our meetings with them as part of our mentor and investor club, and we specifically ask them to be really a candidate. And I don't think any of them will have conflict of interest. If they do, they are going to actually let you know as well. So part of the program, if you're selected into Incubator, that you're meeting with them, and I get these great notes already. Full Incubator members, the winners, are actually meeting with the startups, and I'm getting these feedback on a monthly basis, and great insight, and our members are extremely happy. And I'm already seeing the introductions. One of our mentor has been with Hilton Hotels for 25 years. He now has his own Hilton hotel, and he already opened his Rolodex within Hilton, and he's introducing based to his mentors, mentees, sorry, to any of his colleagues. And we're going to have a pitch night or a pitch day. It'll be a demo day, and we're going to talk about this where it's part of our process as well. So this is the timeline for fall, and we are now working on the timeline for spring. So we had the applications, and I'll show you the website as well. And then we actually, our mentors and investors are actually selecting. So we have about 12 applications for our inaugural, and we've selected 6 of the partners. And again, our mentors and investors are selecting. They're our judges. And out of 6, we're going to have a pitch day, similar to Shark Tank episodes, to our mentors and investors on December 16. And you will be getting an email as well for this. So it'll be a hybrid event, both in our hub, as well as you'll be able to join the pitch day. It'll be at 11 a.m. Eastern time on December 16. So mark your calendar, and you'll be getting an invitation. And then the winner is going to get $10,000 from us, from the incubator. And the second and third place will get $5,000 each, again, from NYU Innovation Hub funds. So, and again, if you think about it, we have already applied 12 companies. 6 of them are already incubator. They're meeting constantly with the club. And then 3 of them will have the cash prizes. So your odds of winning, it's phenomenal here. So we have the incubator selection criteria, the judging criteria. We're looking at the business model. We're looking at the product and originality. We're really looking at the markets and the team, right? So our mentors, investors. So this is kind of a rubric that we actually offer them. So based on your application, they are actually judging you, and they decide, they basically put that in. And then if you really score high, and then we, each semester, Dr. Graf and I, we are thinking anywhere from 5, maximum 6 companies will be actually getting in. So I would love to have many of you apply. And this is also we apply. We are looking for preferred partnership and sponsorship within the incubator program, and with different levels. There we're already talking to a couple of the companies. And again, the money we are actually gathering from here will be offered to incubator members as well for the future. So that's just really a good one. So what I'm going to actually show you now, the incubator website, where I highly encourage all of you to actually go to take a look at it. And I know you will be actually send this to the link, and I'll show you. So this is part of the Innovation Lab. Again, that's the incubator where we help you to make your dreams come true. If you ever think that, my God, there should be an app for it, or I always wanted to open my own company, and this is your chance. And I'm extremely excited that for the first time in the history of our school, of our Center of Hospitality, this is the time now we have, or you have your own incubator program where we actually do offer you every single resources that your actually incubator would offer. So you're going to be part of a startup community, and we'll introduce you with industry partners, with mentors and investors. I'm very, very proud. Here you can actually see them as well, for all of them, and you can click and you can see their LinkedIn profile. So it's hyperlinked. If you click on the name, you can actually see that these guys are extremely powerful in the hospitality and different aspects of hospitality for both mentors and investors. And this is the most exciting part, really. These are our winners to so we're going to have two winners, right? One, the winners are they made it to full incubator. So guess what? We have 6 companies. 3 of them are actually NYU alumni. They are your friends, and then the other 3 are our current students. Dinosaur, that's one of our alumni from Nigeria, right? Kenta Raman, it's a phenomenal company that's from Hong Kong. That's, again, one of our ex-students. Our Vintage Earth is our current students. The Swagger is, again, 2 of our ex-students. It's basically, they are looking into it. And Urban Safe, it's one of our current students' ideas. So as you can see, this is your incubator. Just because you're done with with NYU, you're never done with NYU. NYU, we would like you to be lifelong partner, and then you will be. So it's 50% are actually coming from alumni as well here. So we had our master events, master class. So I think many of you guys received many of you guys received that as well. So how to work with venture capitals and get your first funding for your startups. And I would love to see any of ideas. If you want to see any kind of masterclass, we're actually having a list, because we're going to have a masterclass each semester. Definitely, please do let me know when you actually have, and stay with this website, and then you will see that as well. So this is where you actually sign up. If you have an idea, if you want to be an incubator member, we're going to update this for the spring cohort. I'm actually working with our web guys. So this is your application. But more importantly, if you have any questions for the hub, where do you want to actually anything, please do email. And both Dr. Graf and I, we're getting these emails and answering on time. hihubincubator@nyu.edu. So again, hihubincubator@nyu.edu. And I would love to see your applications. And again, we're opening in the January time, like I think the 3rd week of January, we are actually opening the spring cohort. And you will be getting emails, and hopefully I'll actually see many of you and be part of our incubator. So I think with that, do we have any questions?
Exactly. Any question from the audience? And I think there's a small lag between the time people ask the question and we receive them.
So again, think about it. If you have any ideas that you might, for the future, that you might want to partner with any of your friends, and then really, this is your chance to actually make these dreams come true. So with that, I'm going to actually end my session here, and then look on the chat if there is any questions. And thank you so much for your time, and hope to see many of you in the spring cohort for our incubator. Thank you.
And you can ask questions on any other subject, any other topic that you may have. There's apparently no questions.
I know NYU students are not shy, so don't be shy. Anything that comes to your mind. I always say that if there are no questions, either we did an excellent job that we answered all of your questions, or we really did a terrible job that you guys didn't actually get it. But I'm thinking on the first one. But as Dr. Graf said, any questions on the hub, on the services, how we can help you to actually get to where you want to get to in life.
What I think, Richie, I think we did either one or the other job that you mentioned. Okay, well, everybody, well, thank you again for joining us this morning. We hope to see you soon on campus or via Zoom in some of our hybrid meetings, and please stay in touch with us. All the best.
Take care.